I mean, you can't be 100% sure. I mean, until the day you finally get married.
So you're not 100% sure that our relationship is going somewhere. Did you actually just say that?
No.
What? Oh, I can see you. You are telling me about your past.
Yes, I told you about my past.
Did you tell me everything?
I told you everything that
When I finished. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of my vlog, Catching Tutu with Ayo-Akinloye. And today, I'm feeling so happy because I have my first guest in 2021 here, live and direct with me, and I cannot wait to, bring him up here, so that we can have a very, very great discussion today. So drum roll please. And the person of the LOML, the love of my life, my boyfriend, and his name is Ayo, and I hope that you guys get to enjoy him and love him not as much as I do, but
I'll try to be gentle today. I mean, actually, I'm gentle. At least you can say I'm the gentle person.
Gentle and I am.
I'm more gentle.
Let's argue that one, because even everybody on this vlog knows that I'm very gentle and I don't talk much.
Put in the comment section who do you think is more gentle.
How would I know if you're more gentle than I am? This is the first time they're meeting. I beg.
No, from the vlog they will be able to.
Okay, guys, please don't let's take a lot of your time. We're going to be discussing a very, very important topic today. And for you people that have always been here, I mustn't forget this, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button. And for my OGs that you've always been here, you're welcome back. You are welcome back. So I am going to be discussing a very important topic, and for people that have always that are always here, how much I talk about my past, how much I talk about my story, and how I really love to encourage people by doing that. And I've definitely shared other people's stories too. So I want us to talk about how do you discuss your past with your spouse, your boyfriend, your fiance, whatever it is. How do you discuss your past? Because looking at it, there are actually some people that have gone through. What are you looking at me? There are people that have gone through very what I'm your vlog. Like people have gone through very difficult past, and people have gone through rapes and things that are not caused by them and things that are caused by them sometimes. And how do you discuss that with your spouse? Is it necessary to talk to your spouse about your past, or we have found ourselves, let's just move on to the next phase? So should I start first?
I should start first.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you tell me about your past?
Yes, I told you about my past.
Did you tell me everything?
I told you everything that when I finish explaining my own bits, then we will now look at it if I have told you everything. Is that fine?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, all right, everyone. Good day. I mean, whatever time you're watching, good morning, good afternoon, or good night. But yeah, so basically, from my end, right? We spoke about this, and then I looked at it basically because many people find themselves in very difficult situations. Like my baby mentioned earlier on, she said, people have gone through different things. For some people, maybe they've had a smooth ride in life, like it's been smooth all the way for them, so they really don't have to struggle with this telling your partner about your past or something. But for some people, it's been a bit topsy-turvy. The ideal scenario basically is for you guys to be able to actually talk about anything. That's what I personally prefer and like, because I think in any relationship, if you say you love someone and you want to be with somebody, I think there should be nothing about each other that you can't talk about, and that's the beginning of being able to communicate effectively. Now, what should you talk about your past? The truth is, we know that you can't, sometimes you might never remember everything that's happened in the past, right? But definitely,
How is it possible for us to forget something like that?
I can't remember all my over 20 something years
Okay,
of it.
if we actually talk about past, is it about everything, how you grew up and blah blah blah?
Exactly. So exactly. So
Because for me, I believe the past is my
Major events.
my major events,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
your exes, your For example, you can ask questions like maybe the person I've gone to jail before.
yeah. So okay. Yeah. So definitely landmark events, landmark events. That they definitely can't forget landmark events. Definitely in your life. I mean, if you've dated someone before and then you broke up, I mean, you can't say you forgot that you dated somebody before. So that's the truth. Then all if you've gone to jail before, definitely the person has gone to jail before, and then you can basically know that person has gone to jail. I've not gone to jail. See, she's looking at me. I've not gone to jail before. Yeah. So basically, right, you'll be able to remember all these things. That's the truth. Now, how do you decide what to tell your partner? I define it basically. This is my own definition for what to discuss with your partner, right? Anything that would affect the present and would also affect the future. She likes my gym. She's going my gym. Affect the present and will affect the future. You need to discuss with your spouse now, or with your partner, even since maybe you're not married yet at that point in time. So basically,
Spouse actually means you're married to the person.
yeah, I think so. Spouse means you're married to the person.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think partner works. yeah. So you need to tell your partner anything whatsoever. Now, it could be very difficult, but trust me, there's nothing as good as being with someone and knowing that person knows everything about you, and there's no surprise that can come up in the future. It gives you peace. Like, even you won't be able to enjoy the relationship when you know you're still hiding something. What's the point? Just let everything out and let him or her know everything about the past. If the person now decides to reject you or say the person is no longer interested because you told the person your truth, then this might sound harsh, but maybe the person was never meant to be with you in the first place, because the person has to understand any thing that's happened. It's not about who you were, it's about who you are now and who you're going to be.
What? Which?
Oh my god. Yeah, so it's about who you are now, right, and who you are going to be, who you'll be in the future, basically, not necessarily about who you've been in the past. So you have to discuss everything that will affect your today and will affect your future. Now, what are those things? For example, say maybe you've had an abortion before and it has affected the womb, basically, for a lady now, and you know that you can't carry a child anymore, or as a guy you know that you can't or what's that word now, is it impotent or infertile or something like that. Yeah. So, and you know that that's the situation, then you need to bring up that discussion. Like, you don't hide it until you now maybe get married, and then you now begin to discover things like that. Or maybe you have a child somewhere, maybe as a guy or as a lady, you have a child somewhere, and then you don't talk about it, and then later on you get to discover, put yourself in that situation, right? You later end up discovering that your partner has a child with someone else and does not tell you. Yeah, it may not be cheating, right? But you already had the child, he or she already had the child before you guys met and before you started dating or seeing each other, basically. How would you feel? You definitely will feel distraught, and you feel like, my partner can't trust me, right? It's like you want to build trust. That's like I always say, the ingredient for the pot of love is what? Is respect,
understanding,
sacrifice and trust. you need to build trust, and building trust involves you guys being able to talk about anything. It's very, very important, and you trust your partner enough, to know everything that's happened to you and everything that will happen to you. So I think that's basically the key thing for me. You should be able to talk about. You must talk about anything that will affect now and will affect your future, the future of both of you together. So please ensure that you put that. So there are some things that maybe have happened. For example, maybe you used to cheat when you used to do school exam, and used to do and used to carry expo inside, or all those things. You don't actually need to talk about these kind of things. Who but so you understand basically the key things I need to discuss. Anything, I repeat, is emphasis on it. Anything that will affect your present, that will affect your now, and will affect your future. Please ensure you discuss those issues with your partner, like I've done too. So
wow. Yes. I'm asking if you don't know everything. You're saying that.
Yes, I've told you everything. What have I not told you? Don't worry. We take that behind the show. Don't worry. We'll deal with that in our privacy.
Okay, basically from my side, see, I'm both saying basically I rubbed off on him because he's only saying basically.
Yeah, and I took Daddy J and Jire. As everybody here, you all know she calls Jesus Daddy J. So she has affected me with that. So
okay, from my own point of view, you've actually said, most of what I actually think someone could do. I'll talk. I like talking from my perspective, that. Okay, from my own perspective, it's like, there are things that have happened in the past, and it's just like, okay, and of course, cheating, or maybe when I was bad, or another man, they brought the woman to Jesus, and they're like, what should they do to him? Should they stone the woman? Should they do this? Should they do that? And Jesus said, okay, if you have not done, you've not seen before, be the first person to cast the stone. So why I'm actually saying this is because, for anyone that has gone through a rough past or rape, abortion, whatever it is, maybe you even cause it yourself, or like the point is you should know that you are forgiven, you're loved, and that God does not, you are not seeing any less, by God, that because that has happened in the past. So now, that being said, if anyone cannot accept you that way, because definitely who you are right now is a product of what has happened to you in the past, and so if you cannot accept your partner, he said it's not spouse, or even if it's spouse, but I believe you have told them everything before you become their spouse.
Just put in the comment section if it's spouse or partner, if you're not married.
So what I believe actually is you telling your spouse that if the person cannot take you that way, then I don't think the person is for you. Because you need to, hear about your past, what you've been through and all. So basically for me, I think it's about where you are now and where you're going. For example, you have your ex or exes before, and where are you right now? Are you in the space of you want to, if you want to be with me going from now forward, or you still have some baggages that you have to deal with? So that's the points for me. Now if you're talking about telling me about your past, it's fine. Like you've created for you now, you've created an environment where we can talk about anything and be open to each other. But still, you talking about anything should be able to show the person that, okay, from now forward you're ready to do this with the person, and do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so my point is like you are not carrying any baggages from that past.
Yeah.
You are leaving it there where it is, and we are starting a new story, and
you enjoy your relationship in peace.
I believe that it's good that the story comes out from your mouth first, and not that your partner does not get to go and find the story somewhere else, and there will be breach of trust and what have you. So I think we've said everything. I do want to add anything.
Yeah, then okay, just to add, so in terms of discussing your past with your partner, be careful. Don't, so ensure that the relationship is going somewhere. Yes, fine. You can't be 100% sure. Until the day you finally get married.
So I'm not 100% sure that our relationship is going somewhere. Did you actually just say that?
No. For us, it's 100% sure. It's only a matter of time. In fact, I'm married to you already.
let Obama catch you.
Yeah. So I mean, but like be ensure. So the reason why I'm saying that is, sometimes you might still be like you might be. I mean, which I won't encourage you to do, but like as you are in the world today, people still try to catch cruise. But like, I mean, caveats. I don't support catching cruise, please. But like, you find yourself in a situation whereby you're in a relationship and then you're not particularly sure yet if that guy wants to be with or the lady wants to be with you, right? And you are not really able to ascertain that yes, in the future we can. Then be careful about what you share, divulging your past and everything, because if anything happens, there's a bitter breakup or anything, trust me, that person can come back to use it against you. So please ensure you know the person you're with, ensure you know ensure you know your partner.
Know the person that you're with.
Yeah, it's very, very important. Very, very important. Please know the person you're with very well, because relationships, and to get the best out of relationships, to get the best out of marriage and all, I think it requires you to know each other very well, so that you'll be able to talk about anything and nothing. You won't be strangers to each other. So please ensure you're able to ascertain that before you divulge your past, because there are some really not nice
avoid stories that
touch in the future. Before you start seeing your story on Instagram. Yeah, I'm serious.
Okay, I think this is where we're drawing the curtain, and we could go on and on and on and on talking about this, but this is where we drawing the curtain, and you're going to be seeing more of this.
Yeah. I'll be featuring more. I'll be featuring more often. So, thank you very much for having me today.
You're welcome.
Don't worry. We'll be gracing your vlog with our presence. Every time, once in a while, we'll be sharing to that superstar.
I beg you, don't start. Guys, always remember that life is a catch-22. You can fight is not resisted. The only way to fight life is to accept it. So speak your truth, as your truth can help anyone out there. Till we meet next week, me and you now. This man is not going to be here. This is Catch-22 with Adiola. Peace.
So okay, it's like this.